McMahon gets it down straight to Adam Wells. A kick which was smothered, but getting it from the middle, Werribee Central's free kick and down the field after getting the kick away. And it will be a free kick to Werribee Central's. In the middle to Gillum, who falls over as he was going to get around the corner. Then the kick comes out towards Chug, who takes the mark, handballs it away. Misses its target there, though, which was Nissen. He has to go back and try and get it. Handballs to Gillum, and it gets a push in the back, Nissen. And it will come back. Gillum tried to play on. So on centre wing, Nissen with the ball. Gets the call from McMahon. Oh, might be over the head of Bordignon. It is. Goes towards Hanley. Through the middle. Good pick up, Chug. Gets a right foot kick towards the right forward pocket. Now Bernardo's there. Off hands over the back. Is it a push in the back? It's a hold. And it will be a free kick to Bellpost Hill. And Vid Maranovic, who's got the job on Bernardo this afternoon, to clear for the Panthers from the last line defence. Goes wide looking for Sean Simmons. Should be okay too. Runs into the hole, into the gap created. And he takes the mark at half back. Not much to kick to though, so he chips the ball over the top, sets a task for Backley, stands his ground, takes the mark. In front of Peter Williams, the coach of Werribee Centrals, wants to switch play towards the middle of the ground. Dangerous, but it comes off. Dyer takes a good mark in front and plays on now. Left foot kick, long lead. Out in front. Oh, is that a hold? No, play on the call. Ball comes to the front though. Furman. It bounces the right way for Matty Furman. And he has put the first goal on the board.
Non-preferred kicking foot too.
Bellpost Hill one straight goal. And Werribee Central's yet to score.
It's probably indicative of the skill of that young man, Laurie. Natural left footer, forced onto his right foot there and was able to throw it on the boot and still score the goal. So it's a good sign.
Very good. I think he's got a little bit of ability and he should go on with his footy, I think.
It's good to see them persevering with some of the youngsters up here. And
they did it last year, Eric, about halfway through the season, or 2 or 3 games in the season. I don't think they've looked back since.
Well, he was one of them, wasn't he? Very young inclusion last year, but he's maintained his position. And that's a very good start for Bellpost Hill as the ball being returned to umpire Bushfield, and he'll now go to the centre circle, right in the middle of, well, it's not really a mud patch, it's sticky, but it's I've certainly seen a lot worse up here. But the umpire now, ball in the air, up high, Tar. Neither ruckman really get a tap on the ball, thrown out there by Bartolo. Picked up and punched forward by White for Bellpost Hill. Furman again. Nice little handball to Simmons running past on the left foot. Simmons has got it almost to the goal square mark. Not able to be taken there by Connolly. And a rush behind to the Bellpost Hill side. 1 goal, 1-7. Werribee Central's yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes gone.
Look, there's already an early indication that Bellpost Hill are going to enjoy these open spaces today. They're looking for one another out wide and be prepared to link up. They're going to cause some trouble for Werribee, I think.
Resta goes short to Chris Gillum, takes the mark. Still in the back pocket, looking for Resta to run past. He didn't do so, though, so he holds the ball up. Long towards McMahon, over his head, Hammond, and Roberts should be able to raffle it. He called out by Hammond, and he takes the mark. Point of the centre square at half forward, chips the ball towards Adam Wells, takes the mark and plays on. Now goes from centre half forward towards the lead of Connolly, up against a couple, punched away by Resta at the back, kick off the ground by Furman, goes towards the left forward pocket. Will it run out of bounds? He follows up his own kick and goes close to the boundary line, and it will be a boundary throw in, about 20 metres around from the Bellpost Hill goal.
The signs are there, Laurie. It's a different side that we saw last week.
Well, already a couple of players that didn't get touches last week, Dyer, Simmons, starting to work, get themselves right where the footy is, and that's important for the Hill.
Kennedy with a clearing kick for Werribee Centrals across the face of goal towards a foot race between Dyer and Johns, and they both see it over the boundary line 50 metres out on the opposite half-forward flank on the outer side. Johns with the job on Dyer on centre wing. He's been in good form as well for Werribee. Now McMahon for the Centurions up against Roberts, short boundary throw in. Down to the side of the pack. Kennedy's there. Short little kick is okay to Nissen. Takes the mark and plays on quickly. Chain of handballs to Beck. He gets it away, running through centre half back. Chris Gillum measures the pass towards the middle of the ground over a number of players. Coming out, Ditchburn got it back towards Tar and was kicking in danger, said the umpire. So it will come back to Tar at centre half back with the free kick for Bellpost Hill. He's got Hanley by himself at half forward, who's now picked up. And 50 for somebody, and might have been the coach.
Williams.
Yeah, the coach running or too close to Justin Tarr, so it will be down towards centre half forward now for Bellpost Hill. Lead on, and from Holiday, but chopped off. and a good mark by McMahon. The big man takes the mark in between the full-back position and centre-half back. Goes with a left foot kick wide, looking for Beck up against Hanley. One-on-one, Beck uses the body beautifully. Can't take the mark though. Off hands, Hanley gets a push in the back and should get the free kick, and will do so. Still on half forward, Martin Hanley. Called to play on now. Goes with the right foot kick towards, well, Kennedy got a hold against Holiday and should get the free kick for Werribee, and will do so. In the last line of defence to clear for the Centurions. Been under the pump in the first 6 or so minutes. He goes short to Resta in the left back pocket. Runs on quickly, goes wide looking for Beck. Good kick, good pass, and he takes the mark. Handball's inside to Gillum. He goes with a right foot kick towards the middle of the ground. Lead on, Fursland went for a kick off the ground, didn't get it. Hammond gets back there. He can't pick it up. Needs some support. McAuliffe's there as well. Hammond's second effort was good. Then he dropped the football. Fursland's there as well. He breaks a tackle, got a high tackle. No free kick. Play on the call. Handball towards Foley. Chopped it off from Wells. Also in there, McAuliffe. Away to White from centre-half back towards the vacant space in the middle. Over the head of Roberts. Coming at it again was Sean Wells. Handball. Well, it was a throw in the end. Nearly missed Bartolo. Festuca turns around. Left foot kick to nobody in particular at half forward. Getting across there quickly was DJ Arlamo. He gets across and play on the call. 2-on-1. Bell post still break free. White got it away to Dyer on centre wing. Left foot kick long. The lead on from Roberts. Back towards half forward. Will it sit in for him? Kennedy comes across. And I think he'd be pretty happy to see it over the boundary line with a couple of Bell Post Hill players in pursuit. He does so, and it's a boundary throw-in.
I think your assessment pretty reasonable, Laurie. Bell Post Hill much better when they break it out in the open and run to space.
Well, that was a lovely kick. Didn't quite find its target from Dyer then, but it was a long kick. I mean, they were doing that sort of thing last week.
So the ball thrown in, half forward flank for Bell Post Hill, kicking to the northern end in this first quarter. Fresh air shot by Johns. Didn't get the foot onto the footy. Handball inboard for Bell Post Hill, looking for Handley. Now it stacks on the mill, and the umpire will come in. And 30 metres out, directly in front of the northern goal here. Bell Post Hill kicking to that end. Umpire Flowers will put the ball in the air. Big pack of players around the footy. McMahon up high, nice big punch forward. Gets it to Bordignon. Handball out wide. That was to Johns on the left foot. Terrible kick from him, straight into the arms in the centre of the ground of White for Bell Post Hill. Goes back towards the corridor at centre-half forward. It's all Werribee Centrals there. Pretty poorly directed. Handball comes to Festuca on that left foot. Kicks it wide towards the centre wing. Now we have a foot race at this point in time. Williams, well, almost got there, but terrific work for Bell Post Hill by Backley on that occasion. He was just half a pace in front of Peter Williams for Werribee, and Backley got the fist into the footy and found the safety of the boundary line. Adjacent to our broadcast position, centre wing, the boundary umpire about to put the ball back into play. Tar gets the tap forward to Simmons. Off one step, left foot, goes towards half forward. Furman went for the punch, gets the ball down, picked up by Beck of Werribee, back to the middle of the ground. Backley, good position. Handball backwards, finds a teammate in good position, Hammond. A lovely left foot pass to finds Simmons. Simmons eludes one tackle, forced onto his left foot, ball half smothered. Bartolo tries to punch forward. It's pretty scrappy at the moment. Picked up by Bartolo. Back to Wells, in trouble, but off a step, goes to full forward. Leading out strongly there is Simon Conley. Just got a little bit of a break on his opponent on that occasion, Simon Conley, and Wells' ability to get it to the foot very quickly to the Bell Post Hill advantage. So Simon Conley, 30 metres out, directly in front, the opportunity to increase the Bell Post Hill lead. Moves in. Well, didn't look too good initially, but it's right through the middle, I'd suggest. That is Simon Conley's first for the day. It is the second for the Bell Post Hill side. They go to 2-1-13. They lead Werribee Central's yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 9 minutes gone.
Yes, Leighton Wells is able to get into the hot spot there, and that's where Conley will be most of the day. He'll drift into there, and they're trying very hard to get into the corridor, and that's going to be a good play for Bell Post Hill if they can get in there and get them forwards as many opportunities up there as they possibly can.
Just watching Peter Williams, the coach, trying to create some mismatches. He was standing on the centre wing, on the centre square, made a beeline for the forward pocket, but good defensive work. Backley, who obviously is an opponent, saw him going and went with him. So, it's a game of tactics, Laurie, and that's part and parcel of footy these days, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is, Eric.
Simon Conley kicked the goal, had to go and fetch the footy himself. nobody standing behind the goal, so
we need to rent a crowd.
And rent a crowd behind the goals.
And you wouldn't want to get run over by a car coming back on the ground, would you?
I've just thinking to myself, Martin Hanley, last week he had Nick Maharis, this week he's got Roland Beck, so he's he's not getting it easy.
Back to the middle. Umpire Flowers with the football. Tar to do the ruck work for Bellpost Hill up against McMahon. Tar gets it down towards Wells. Off a step towards centre half forward. Up, Sean Wells. Good mark.
Yeah, got to pay that.
Well over the shoulder, one way or the other. So Sean Wells at centre half forward will shoot for goal, possible. Handball it off, in fact, and set his joint captain up, John Bartolo. Handballs it backwards to Dyer. Wants to get around on that left boot from 55 out. Goes long towards a goal at the back. Mark taken. Umpire said it's through off hands for 1 point.
1 point, Stewie.
So they get a 2-2-14 at Bellpost Hill. They lead Werribee Central's yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes played.
The ball ended up in the arms of the right person at the finish in Dyer, but just a yard short. Resta. Oh, terrible kick from Resta. All he's done is found Hanley, and, well, he missed his mark. He was looking for Chris Gillam, certainly, but very poor disposal there from the fullback position. Martin Hanley now, man on the mark 35 metres from goal, 45-degree angle. The opportunity to make Werribee pay for that mistake. Well, he's done it. It's a good-looking kick. We're right behind it. Just worked its way back through the goals for Hanley's first and the Bellpost Hill third. 3 goals, 2-20. Werribee Central's yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. Now 12 minutes gone.
Yes, well, I don't know whether he's a designated kicker, but if he is, I think we need a new one up there because that's not too flash at all. But the Bellpost Hill, to me, looked to be pretty switched on, though, today. They just seem to be. I can hear a lot of voice out there through the headset. Even I think a lot of it's coming from Bellpost Hill.
I might have been deceived. I reckon that might be number 10 Dixon back in the goal square. So there's
a Peter O'Malley number 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and that I might be doing Sammy Resta an injustice. I think it might have been Dixon that did the kicking.
No,
was it Sam?
It was Resta.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Jason's got him pegged down here.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
So back to the middle. Tar up against McMahon. Pye throws the ball in the air. Favours McMahon. Doesn't really get an effective tap. White handball towards Handley again. Coming across Beck. Also John's in there. Off half back Resta. Wells over the top of it as well. Through the middle. Was I think it might have been Bordignon. Umpire says play on. Wells over the top of it. Pushing the back. Free kick to Bellpost Hill. Going to go to Cameron White. And he thought about handballing it to Wells. Then he elects to go with a kick towards centre half forward to Sean Wells, who takes the mark again. Then he handballs it off towards Handley. Tries to chip the ball towards Connolly. Might favour Dixon. Takes the mark. And from the last line of defence, chip the ball towards Festuca. Runs onto it. Bounces the ball. We'll be careful doing that, Jason. Now from defensive 50. Wobbly punt towards centre wing. Dyer. Does he take the mark? Umpire says play on the call. Foley tries to tap it out. Now Hammond, under pressure, right foot kick towards a vacant half-forward possession. He's picked out one of the 16 cars and he's hit it right on the bonnet. Good work by Hammond. Yes, and they're listening. Very good. Just check to make sure you haven't got a dent in the front of your car there. You'll be right. And Jason Festuca right in front of that will take the free kick at half-back for Werribee. He goes now with the left boot towards centre wing. Bellpost Hill with the numbers there. Tar comes across. Good defensive play at the front though. Kick away quickly by Kennedy towards centre half forward. Getting back there, Handley, who's been prominent already. That's a throw. Play on the call, said the umpire. And the second effort by Martin Handley. Then he got a push in the back. No free kick. Oh, yes, he will. And he will take the free kick at centre half back. Got away with a throw. We'll get the free kick.
Well, I thought there was a throw out of the pack on the other side by a Werribee player, which went unnoticed. But that's not the rule of the week.
No, definitely not.
So Handley from centre half back goes towards the middle of the ground, looking for Wells over the back. Nissen can't take the mark. Now off a step was Morley, goes towards half forward. Werribee with the numbers, but they can't pick the footy up. And well, punched back was Handley. Foley through the middle, little toe poke towards Beck. 40 metres out, kicks it around the corner towards the goal square. Bernardo runs back with a flight of the football through for one behind, and it is the first score of the afternoon for Werribee Centrals, one behind. They trail Bell Post Hill 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes played.
The amazing part of it, Laurie, that there are a number of familiar names in the Werribee side, but they just don't seem to be anywhere near the players they were a year or two back.
Well, that's true, Eric, and they're just not going quite hard enough for the footy at the moment. Their opportunities are there. That was a good little bit of play from Warren Foley, though. That little
toe poke
kick through the gap. That was sensible, and he does that a little bit. He's quite an intelligent footballer. He probably just doesn't get it enough, in my view.
So Wells to do the kicking in. Nice looking kick gone towards centre half back. Mark not taken there by Backley. Comes to the foot of the pack. The umpire's giving players the opportunity to throw the ball out. And on this occasion it doesn't come out at all. So umpire Flowers put a whistle on play. And between the centre square and the 50-metre arc, at centre half forward for Werribee Centrals, the umpire will put the ball in the air. 16 minutes gone. Well, nobody went for the ball for the ruck tap out. Picked up there by Bordignon from about 50. A nice looking kick to the full forward position, but terrific defensive work there by Marinovic, it looked like. And another behind the Werribee Central side. Two behinds. They trail Bell Post Hill 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And 16 and a half minutes now gone.
So Adam Wells, as we saw last week, and this afternoon, doing the kicking in, straight down the middle. Oh, great kick too to Hammond, and takes the mark uncontested, centre half back. Great vision from full back by Wells.
Knee bandage gone.
Goes towards, must be feeling okay now, the knee. Goes towards centre wing. Beck handballs it back to Resta. He handballs it to Morley. Now running through the centre, chips the ball okay to Gillum, can play on, turns around, does so now, goes long towards Bernardo, one-on-one. Right side for Bernardo, worked Marinovic under the ball, and took the mark. And will shoot for goal from 15 metres out. But as we said before the game, has been in good goal scoring form. Kicked 7 last week and worked Marinovic under the ball nicely there and took the grab. So Mark Bernardo a chance to put Werribee's first goal on the board of the afternoon. He comes in and straight through the middle.
Barry O'Toole-like, wasn't it?
Don't look at the goal umpire, just look at him. So they go to 1-2-8 Werribee Centrals. They trail Bell Post Hill 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 17.5 minutes played.
Laurie, the danger sign there for Bell Post Hill was the ability of Werribee to take that from the middle with the long kick from Chris Gillum direct to full forward. And if they're able to do that one-on-one, there might be perhaps a bit of deficiency in strength.
Well, it could be, Eric. I'm not sure about that. We'll just have to see how that unfolds. But that was a good build-up for that goal, because when Chris Gillum got it, he probably kicked it, 45 metres, I suppose, and a bit of experience up forward was able to allow him to get an easy mark there and kick a nice goal.
So in the middle once again, Tar, beaten again by McMahon, gets the footy down for Werribee Central. Gillum picked it up, weaved out of trouble, dodges an opponent, there goes long, straight to full forward again. Bernardo in front, but can't get to the footy on this occasion. Comes to the ground for Stuka, tries to crash his way through the pack. Well, I thought the umpire might have been going to ping him for holding the ball. He had opportunity, but he got the blessing of the umpire on that occasion. So 30 metres out directly in front of the Werribee Central's goal. The umpire will put the ball in the air once again. Big pack of players down there. There's a whistle on play, a ruck infringement. The indications are that's going to Backley of Bell Post Hill. Well, they're away now because White is out on his own on centre wing. Tries to bounce the footy, does once. Bounces a second time, it does come back to him. Now decides to kick. He's run to the wing. Lovely looking kick, and there's Sean Wells again. Hardly sighted last week. He's taken 3 marks already today. Hooks it back on the left foot to full forward. Off hands has come to Simmons, off a step. Well, it could have taken a lot more time on that occasion. Wasted opportunity for Bell Post Hill as Simmons is offline. It is a behind and takes Bell Post Hill to 3-3-21. They lead Werribee Centrals 1-2-8, and that's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 19.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, Sean Simmons, another one, Eric, bobbed up a bit this week where we didn't see much of him last week as well. So they've got to get those players into the game.
Resta kicks long towards half-back Nissen. Off the back Roberts. Good thump away. Foot race Gillum and Wells. Gillum needs some support. Wells try to tap it back towards Bartolo. Morley right next to him, coming at it. Nissen as well. Wells, handball back to Simmons. Now from half forward, back towards the corridor. At centre half forward, Connolly comes out. Off hands. His handball back to Tar. Off a step from 50. Goes long with a torpedo in the end. And off hands Kennedy and Holiday through for one behind to Bell Post Hill. So they go to 3-4-22. The central umpire having a discussion with the goal umpire. And in fact, it was out of bounds. So it will be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket, not a behind. So a boundary throw in. Bell Post Hill into attack and getting it down towards Furman, running through the middle though, and getting it away was Dixon. Well, Luck's of Fortune falls in the arms of Johns, who runs away from defensive 50, goes towards centre wing. Chug against a couple, brings it down to the front. Foley. There's McAuliffe, gets it away to Hammond, kick over his shoulder towards Tar, got a hand to it, got some support though. Dyer wheels around on that left boot, chips the ball beautifully to White, 50 metres out, handballs it away to Backley, needs to get around a couple, does so, straightens up, 40 metres out, kicks it high and long, and has kicked the goal. Oh.
No, he hasn't.
Jeez, must have been close. I'll tell you what, I'm not giving that goal umpire much faith today. 3 for 1 behind.
Well, he hardly moved from the centre of the goal on that occasion, and then signalled a behind. So we've got Resta again, still has the mantle of the kicker on the left foot, hooked it around the body. It's a bit better on that occasion because he's found Nissen on half-back flank. So Nissen now decides to play on by hand to Kennedy. He chips it over the head there of Furman and found Beck, still on half-back flank, Werribee Centrals. Beck now goes back toward the corridor. Mark taken, handball back to Kennedy, kicked low and good position, has found Morley, and away goes Morley on the favoured left foot, long kick towards centre half forward. Oh, that's almost a sensational one-hander mark, not taken at the finish and picked up by Marinovic. Now advantage paid. I don't know whether it's great advantage because kick to a contest in the middle and Werribee Centrals get the footy. Oh, terrific work on that occasion in defence. That was Fursland, kicks it long to half forward now. Mark not taken by Roberts, off hands. Coming in there, Resta to support. Player tried to pick that up in Morley. Gee, it's pretty scrambly at the moment, but there's a nice little kick through by Bell Post Hill, picked up by Sean Wells. Kicks it high towards the full forward position. Connolly, well interfered with perhaps, not so said the umpire. Nice little kick forward again. Almost, I think we're at the wrong ground. We should be 50, 60 metres away because it's all soccer at the moment. Oh, great tackle. Surely that should be... and the umpire, Dyer it was. His opponent, no chance in the wide world. It looked like Johns, I think, of getting rid of that footy because of the perfect tackle. And Dyer now with the free kick on the boundary. Kicks it to the head of the goal square. It's a lovely looking kick. Oh, over the top. Furman didn't come down with the footy, unfortunately. Looked like a pretty good mark here, but not so. Another behind to the Bell Post Hill side. Perhaps squandering opportunities a little. 3-5-23. They lead Werribee Centrals 1-2-8 Victory Trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone.
Resta, short into the back pocket to Kennedy. Draws a player over the top of Wells and gets it on. Takes the mark O'Malley. Right in front of the Werribee Central's coach's box. Goes short to Beck. They go short towards centre wing and then they go long from the middle of the ground. Is the looks like Werribee Central's task. Bartolo to get towards Beck. He gets around him and half back. Now goes longer towards Antonello. Works his way to the front off a couple of hands. Boarding on great front and centre. Goes along towards Bernardo. One out. Di Girolamo to come at it and Fursland as well. Bernardo took the mark. That was strength. And took the one-hander. And will shoot for goal from 50 out. Has kicked Werribee Central's goal this afternoon so far. And a chance to put his second and the Centurion second on the board.
There's no doubt he should be a coach, Jason, and his pattern of play described for Werribee is perfect.
Yep. Well, Laurie might be able to get me a job. He knows where they're all going anyway.
We'll know where the vacancies are.
Yeah. You take 10% off me though, so it'd be worth nothing then. So Mark Bernardo comes in. Slide angle, 50 metres out. No breeze to speak of. Comes in and has hooked it. Through for one behind.
I think he might have just tried for a bit of more distance there. It just seemed to be the last little bit, didn't it?
Yep. They go to 139 Werribee. They trail Bell Post Hill 3-5-23. Victory Trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 24.5 minutes played.
So Adam Wells again to do the kicking in. The options not as available as they were. Decides to go straight down the middle again. Hammond gets the ball to the front. Bartolo tackle high, and umpire agrees. And Bartolo takes the free kick. Centre half back. Decides to go wide. He's got players running over there. Does well. Picked up there by
Ditchburn.
Ditchburn it is. Nice. Dyer took the mark and landed running. Gets a handball over to Roberts. He's inside 50. Has a pot shot for goal, and
I think I'm
not too sure that goal umpire nearly hit the goal umpire. It's got to be a goal, and it's a terrific goal to Mark Roberts. It is the fourth for the Belpost Hill side. 4-5-29. They've started well. Werribee Central's 1-3-9. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard 25.5 minutes gone. Well, that was a great passage of play, Laurie. They've moved the ball in the wide open spaces down the outer wing and got the required result.
Yeah, well, look, I just see Werribee find it hard when they get the ball in their back half. They're chipping it around till they get into the Gillums and the Festukas and such who probably their class players and try and bring it forward. But when they come, when Belpost will bring it from defence, there's very loose checking on the Werribee part. They're not picking up their players enough.
So back to the middle.
Some bad signs here, I think.
Umpire can't find the circle.
He has now. We'll throw the ball in the air for Tar and McMahon. McMahon gets it down towards Bordignon, off a step towards centre half forward. DJ Alamo comes across. Roved at Williams. Handball over the top towards Antonello. Can turn around and finish it off. Straighten up and 20 metres out. Kick the goal. Quick reply. And John Antonello kicks his first of the afternoon. The second for Werribee Centrals. They go to 2-3-15. Quick reply to Belpost Hill 4-5-29. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 27 minutes played.
Well, that was probably too easy a clearance from the middle, Laurie, wasn't it?
Well, Eric, it was a lovely tap from David McMahon. I've just been watching him in the centre bounces area. Just not being...
He's a beanpole, isn't he?
He just takes his eye off at the critical stage. He'll learn. He looks like he's going to be a big boy, and that time he got his head right up, pushed the ball fair out on top of his fingertips down the throat of the Werribee player and was able to bring it forward. And nice handball from Peter Williams and the nice goal.
So the ball back in the middle with McMahon and Tar to do the work again. I suppose if Werribee have an advantage, it might be in the middle. McMahon again gets a tap down, kick off the ground there by Johns to half forward. Backley, good pick up, handball clear. Got a pretty hard knock there, but he's on his feet. Hammond threw the ball forward, picked up by Festuka. Handball forward to Chug out wide to Johns, who kept running. The chip forward goes to the good lead on that occasion from...
Antonello.
It is Antonello. He's a likely looking type, isn't he? He's very active, and rumour has it can kick goals as he moves inside 50. He's got underneath that. It's going in the right direction. It's going to land in the goal square. Bursland, picked up by Bernardo. Tried to get around. Fantastic tackle by Backley. Bernardo got past him. It was a goal, but really blocked up. So the umpire puts the whistle on play. 4 metres out from the goal. At the southern end, big pack of players, Marinovic, Bernardo. I think, Wells not prepared to even concede. Handball to Ditchburn, handball to Fursland. Away go Belpost Hill, get it out wide. Looking for Simmons on the wing. Some good work there by Nissan. And the ball finally forced over the boundary line. Good one-on-one there, good contest. As the ball now out of bounds between centre wing and half forward flank on the western side here at Myers Reserve. As the boundary umpire about to bring the ball back into play. Almost 29 minutes first quarter. The ball comes in. McMahon again, lovely tap forward. Only as far as Pursland. He kicks it towards centre wing. Overrunning the footy there was Furman. Did well, Roberts, but he's tackled. Loses the footy. Handball comes over to Nissen. He dodges an opponent, kicks it very, very close to the boundary line, but does keep it in play. The mark taken there by Gillum. Gillum now. Handball over the top there to Morley. Morley to the head of the goal square. That's where they want it. Werribee coming through as Warren Foley. Tackle as he tries to get a kick. Comes to Williams. Williams handball backwards. It's all Belpost Hill back there as well. Tries to get the ball clear. Foley comes in. Picks it up. Handball forward. Good work there by DJ Ramal there in the goal square. Now the umpire said, I'll have it. And 15 metres out directly in front of the Werribee goal, the umpire will put the ball in the air. Very congested down there. Belpost Hill wouldn't want to concede a goal so late in the quarter. As up high as Gillum. Ball goes back towards the goal and picked up by Bordignon. I reckon the ball came to, and he was only a metre out, so he had to kick the goal. And Bordignon has kicked the third for Werribee Central. 3-3-21. They trail Belpost Hill 4-5-29. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 30 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, there's been some good pressure from the Werribee side in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Pressure at the footy there, been very, very hard at the footy, where they probably weren't so early in the piece. And McMahon's done fairly well. He's had 3 positive touches of the footy and been able to push the Werribee side forward.
So back to the middle. Late goal for Werribee Centrals brings them back to within 8 points of Belpost Hill. McMahon and Tar to do the ruck work. Both get a hand to it. Wells roves it beautifully, goes towards centre half forward. Morley backed himself and attacked the footy, comes through at half back. Johns, he's over the top of it as well, leaves it in the end for Resta. Needs to get around on his left boot. Handballs in the end to Johns, rides a bump, gets around a couple, draws a player and then gets it away to O'Malley. Under pressure, gets away from Wells. Handball back to Johns, still at half back, Werribee Centrals. Now they go further afield towards centre wing. Off hands, White did pretty well. Now he loses his feet, for Stuka does also. And the pack develops. He got the handball away though towards Foley. Oh, great blind turn. Gets away from White as well. Now can he get away? Handballs it back towards Festuca. He's going to be under pressure. Backley comes at him. Kick off the ground by Dyer was good towards centre half forward. Furman to run onto it. Can he pick it up? No, he can't at the first occasion. And he needs some support. Wells in there also fighting hard for it. Off hands, Resta. Kick off the ground and intelligently towards Johns. He goes now. Short little chip, not 15 possibly. Mucking around with it at half back. And the pack develops. Now away to Wells. Adam. Handball over the top was partly smothered. Can't take it with him was Hammond. Now off hands. And they might be able to break free. Werribee Central's Morley from half back. Goes long towards centre wing. Tar got a hand to it. Foley. Can he pick it up? He can't at the first instance. Then he can. Then he slips the handball back. Sets his teammate up who was running past. And that was Antonello. Needs some support. His kick off the ground gained 35 metres. And finds the boundary line at half forward. Werribee into attack.
It's really developing into a very interesting game, Laurie, isn't it?
Well, it is. There's some good signs for the Werribee side out there. Warren Foley looked to me today to be switched on. He's getting some pretty valuable and skillful touches around there. And what's the other boy's name out there? Ardenetto, is it? He's Antonello, very good player out there.
Now from the ruck contest, falls towards Williams. His kick didn't go 15 for Stuka. Used his body in the middle of the pack. Got free. Handball. Looked for Gillum, but it got chopped off. Goes back towards the middle. Nissen. And Simmons to run to it as the siren sounds for quarter time. And that'll show that Belpost Hill is 4-5-29. They lead Werribee Centrals 3-3-21 by 8 points at quarter time. The goal kickers for Belpost Hill, Simon Connolly, Martin Handley, Mark Robertson, Matt Furman. While for Werribee Central's goals to Mark Bernardo, John Antonello and Adam Bordignon. We'll take a break and then be back with the second quarter action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.